Okay, I'm going to go on. Today, we're actually looking at how to declutter your life. Sometimes people wonder, doesn't cluttering have to do with wardrobes or packing items? But sometimes we stuff our life with so many things, we don't realize that it's cluttered up, and then we don't know how to declutter it. And if you don't declutter, you'll not be able to work on a particular, you can't even actually focus and achieve anything. You'll be trying to do a little bit of everything. So today we'll be looking at decluttering our lives. And to take us for that topic, we have Dr. Rajendra Maurya. He happens to be an ex-air warrior, an entrepreneur. He's also an author of 11 books. He's a philanthropist. He's also an altruistic motivational speaker and a personal development coach. I'm sure some of you might have heard of Grand Life Valley. He is the founder and the CEO. He also happens to be the founder and the CEO at Maurya Infotech Services. Now, he's also the founder and president at Care for Mankind, which is an NGO. He's the commissioned peace ambassador for Gandhi International. Without wasting much time, kindly help me welcome to take us today to teach us on how to declutter our life, Dr. Rajendra Maurya.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, all of you, and good morning from here, India. It's 12:34 a.m. here in India, and I feel privileged and blessed to speak on this platform. This is third time I'm with all of you, so it's really great pleasure to have myself on this platform. Thank you very much for inviting me over here. So today we'll be discussing about how to declutter our life. See, our life is so much cluttered of areas, and if we want a good life, we need to have a decluttered life in all the aspects of our life. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's not waste the time and get into the topic. And let me share. Am I able to share my desktop or something like that? Share screen. Okay. So can you, all of you can share my screen, how to declutter your life. This is the topic for today. And so we'll be going like this. First, let's go for introduction. What does cluttering in the life mean? See, clutter it's a collection of things lying around in an untidy mess. Clutter is a pile of mess or any excess in life we haul around that weighs us down, distracts us our purpose, distracts us our from purpose, or robs our mind, body, spirit, health, also our joy and happiness. That is called clutter. So we are surrounded by so many cluttering, so many things that are not required in our life. And very few people are there who can declutter this mess from around themselves. So next is types of clutter in our life. If we talk about types of clutter, uh, there are 5 types of clutter broadly that we can discuss. First is physical clutter, then it's a mental, then we have emotional clutter, we have digital clutter, and our financial clutter. These are the 5 broad topics on which we'll be discussing. We'll be fragmenting this into subtopics, and we'll discuss how it affects our life and how we can declutter from our life. So now, before moving ahead, let's see what are the signs of cluttered life. If we check the signs of cluttered life, we can see there are so many, and many of you can feel that you are somewhere stuck in your life. You have some kind of cluttering in your life. So few of them I'm going to discuss that may be sign of your cluttered life. Like first, you have compromised your health. If you have cluttering around yourself, you might be compromising with your health. Then frequently experiencing anxiety and stress. Yes, that is also a sign of cluttered life. Next is the sign of you are always or usually get late in the morning while going for your work, maybe to office or some other work. Then what are other signs? This is when guest visit to your home, you are running here and there to clear things from your living room or from the other areas at your home, and you are panic, you get panic how to clean your space. That also may be a sign of cluttered life. And when you walk into your storeroom, that's full of unwanted things you may not require anytime, or you might have used things some 2 or 3 years back and now you don't need them, still they are lying in your storeroom occupying unnecessary space. Then when you look at your dining area that you might be using as a store area, that's also a sign of your cluttered life. Then you are behind on lodging your annual tax returns. I have seen many people at the 11th hour they will talk to their experts, they will talk to CA and run like that. Okay, I have left this one, I have left this one. So many things are pending to file their tax returns. Then many times you forget to pay your bills in time, and what that results, you have to pay extra charges for missing while paying your bills. Then many times what happens, what is the extended time, what time generally you have dinner, that is late because you are not well organized. So next, when you check out medicine cabinet, many of you might be taking medicines, you find that there are expired medicines. That means you are not taking care of your medicines, they are piling up in the cabinet and expired, you need to get rid of them. Then you often find things missing from the right place. There should be a proper place for everything. Many times I have seen people searching for their car key, bike key, or for their mobile phone or their charger. So that also may be a sign of cluttered life. That means you are not organized well and you never put yourself first. See, you have to see yourself. Where are you? Otherwise, you can't organize things around yourself. Then, messed up relationships. If you have a cluttered life, it's sure going to affect your relationships, whatever the kind of relationship, all around. Then poor time management. If your things are cluttered around you, you will definitely have scarcity of time. You will struggle to manage your time. Then if you go further, then lack of financial clarity. This comes under the financial cluttering. How many of you are having the lack of financial clarity? Many of us, though actually this is the thing, this is the topic we are not taught in the schools or college about the financial things, but we need to learn in our life about our financial aspects. Next is you spend on things that you already own but realize about it later. You have many things but you go and purchase from the market, and when you come or discover later that you already had that thing, so that means you are not organized well. So these are the some signs of cluttering that might have in your life. You have to look on these things. So let me minimize this and move to next. So now the question comes, where does clutter come from? There are three sources. What are those? First is your this perfectionism. To understand clutter, you need to define where it comes from. And I believe there are three things that plays role in cluttering your life. As I told, perfectionism, the fear of what is perfectionism. You, I think most of you might be aware about it. Perfectionism means you want things to be perfect, then only move ahead. So this is fear of not knowing how to do something or feeling as though as we aren't equipped with the skills to do, like getting organized. In fact, did you know that perfectionism is one of the biggest culprits of mental, physical, and emotional clutter? Yes, it is. When we feel inadequate, it's downright, in most cases, can become paralyzing. Instead of doing something like creating a system and doing it imperfectly, we avoid doing altogether. So what we need to do, whatever you have to do, you start doing. Don't wait for perfect timing, perfect things, perfect knowledge. So if you are a perfectionist, this is going to lead you towards cluttered in your life. And next is avoidance. What is avoidance? This is another key player when it comes to accumulating clutter. It's a behavior when the things we do to distract ourselves from the things we would prefer not to deal with. All avoidance behaviors have a common outcome. They result in procrastination, which means that it takes longer for you to complete the task which you originally set out to do. So if you are avoiding for things to complete, to do, you are sure going to have clutter in your life, because things will be piling up, and you won't have time to complete all those. And next is indecisiveness. Have you ever gotten bit by what if bug? What if? Well, let me tell you, making decisions or looking objectively at what you use, what you love, and deciding once for all what you need can sometimes be anything but easier. And it's now your turn. Think back at the time where you found yourself in a similar situation. I am sure many of you have found yourself in similar situation, like when you struggled making a decision because what if it happened? When it took you 3 times as long as write an email. Many times you must be feeling, okay, I have to write mail, I will write it later, I will write it later. You're not able to decide when to write because you're feeling you are being a tad bit of a perfectionist. Then when you drag your feet to schedule an appointment with doctor or anyone else because you are postponing things. So don't be bashful. You all we have all been there. What was the end of the result? How did it make feel? We, after all, going to have so many cluttering around us. So when we have stuff around our homes because we haven't decided where to put them, and we have clutter in our lives because we haven't taken control and decided what is it and isn't it important. So we should feel important about that. We need to take rid of all these things. So when we don't make decisions, we end up doing things in our lives that are not necessary, absolutely necessary, and we are carrying forward. It's as simple as that. So we need to sort it out. It's the exact thing that we envisage when we hear the word clutter. That needs sorting out, and things got out and things got out of your control. So now we'll move further and see what are the effects of cluttering in our life. There are so many effects. First, we'll go in a broad way, then we'll go in micro way, like physical health. What will we have effect on your physical health due to cluttering? Here we can see increased stress level. Yes, definitely. If you have cluttering around yourself, you'll have to have a stress in and anxiety. Then next is threatens your safety. Many times you might have seen all the stuffs lying here and there, and while walking, you got stuck in your feet or somewhere else. or sometimes there are jumbled of wires, electric wire, electric wire or networking wire, and it may cause even short circuit or something else. That so it threatens your safety too. Then wreck your diet. When you are in anxiety and stress, what it results? You end up eating a lot, and your diet, your eating habits also disturbs a lot. Then it steals your energy. When things are not at a proper place, it's definitely going to drain your energy to sort out the things, to find the things. And next becomes its mental health. What effects will have on our mental health? First is we'll have disrupted focus. You won't be able to focus well when you have cluttered life. That's for sure. Then steals your contentment. Definitely, cluttered life can't have happiness. You have it will steal your contentment. Next is your peace of mind. How can you be in peace if you have so many cluttering around you? You can't be there. Next is memory issue. How many of you, I'm sure many of you must have forget, okay, where did I keep my these things? You are unable to find things at right time, and that might be effect on your memory. You lose your memory due to cluttering. There are so many things going on in your mind. Then change in behavior. Yes, definitely it affects your behavior too. If you have cluttering around yourself, it will affect your behavior. Sometimes you will frustrate, what, where did I keep my this stuff? Why don't you listen? So many things. Sometimes this situation occurs in our life. And now next is relationship. Yes, effects of cluttering affects your relationship too. How it jeopardizes your relationship, that may be with your spouse or partner, with your siblings, with your kids, with your parents, or even friends. Then it upsets your kids definitely. If you have cluttering mind, your kids will be watching you what you are doing, and due to your change behavior or lack of peace mind, it upsets them too. Then you feel isolated. Sometimes if you are staying at such a place where there is so much cluttering, you try to avoid if someone wants to come to your home, maybe your relatives or your friends, and you may feel isolated. You feel ill, and you're going to stay alone. And next is career. Yes, cluttering affects your career too. Job and business, let it be a job and business or decreased pay. These are the effects of your cluttering in your career. Then next is money. If you have cluttering around you, if you have financial cluttering, you will have a messed financial life. You may end up in the debt, or you may have missed paying bills, or many other things. Then overspending. Overspending, like I told you, if you are not finding some stuff you have kept somewhere, you forgot, then and you required now, what you will do? You'll go to market and purchase. That means you are spending on unnecessary things. You will end up in overspending. Then increased debt. If you are not paying your bills in time, you are not aware of your financial aspects, all other things, it may lead you towards increased debt. It happens. I have seen many people like this. And next is not text. There are some miscellaneous things like due to cluttering in your life, you will have mismanaged time. You'll always lack for time. You feel there is no time. My this work, this engagement is not fulfilling due to time. I don't have enough time for myself. I have seen people struggling for time for themselves. So it will definitely lead you towards mismanaged time. And it also contributes to procrastination. When things are not there at the proper place, you will procrastinate, sure, and things will be postponed further and further. Next, it steals your space, many space in the, it might be a physical space or in the mental space or emotional space. It will steal that space from all the aspect of your life around you. Then overall, it affects your quality of life. If you are not cluttered free, your quality of life is going to be hampered. And now let's move take towards next topic, that is which areas you need to declutter. See, these are there are 13 areas we need to declutter, and how we can declutter that I'm going to talk in next topic. So now coming to actual topic for which you all of you were waiting, how to declutter various areas of your life. When it comes to decluttering, first let's start with our home. Our home consists of four things, four or five things. First is your living area, then you have bedroom, then you have bathroom, then you have closets, then you have store, drawers, kitchen. These are the things that we have in our home. You have to look at each area, whether it be living, any of these and all of these, that where is the cluttering. You can, if you walk in any room, you may find, yes, things are not at the proper place. So how you can declutter? First, set a timeline and goals. Yes, just a minute. Sorry. Before you get started, make a plan. No matter you have to short through. Starting with specific goals help you to reduce frustration and red box. So you must set a timeline and goals to declutter your spaces at any places at your home. Then next comes, start with 5 minutes at a time. Sometimes when you walk at a cluttered place, your mind will not work from where to start. In such case, just start with 5 minutes at a time. If you are new to decluttering, many of you may not be knowing about this, you can slowly build momentum with just 5 minutes and it will lead towards decluttering. Then next is give one item away each day. This would remove 365 items every single year from your home. If you just walk to your storeroom or your kitchen or your bedroom, your closet, what are all the things I discussed above, find out which are the things you don't need. And I have seen, if you haven't used things from the last 2 years, there are chances more than 90% that you won't use in the future, and you should discard them right away. So this would if you are doing this, you can remove so much clutter from your home. And then fill an entire trash bag. Just a minute, my battery is going down. Sorry for interruption. So whenever you have a trash bag, see what are the things you don't need. You just put in the trash. Don't wait that this thing will recur in the future. Then Next is donate clothes you never wear. If you move to your closet, you move to your almirah, you find so many clothes that you haven't wear from long time, and chances are that you won't use them in future. So just donate them to needy people. There are so many people who need clothes. They have very few clothes. They are wearing torn clothes or dirty clothes. You can give them to them. Then create a decluttering checklist. Just find, make a list. What are the things that you don't need? Make a checklist and discard them. Next is take 12-12-12 challenge. What is this challenge? I will tell you. Locate 12 items to throw away, 12 to donate, and 12 to be returned to their proper place. This is called 12-12-12 rule or 12-12-12 challenge. Next is view your home as a first time visitor. Imagine you are visiting your home first time. How it would like to be. Which are the things you want to have at which places. It's easy to forget what your home looks like to a new visitor. Enter your home as if you are your first impression on how clean and organized the home, and make changes accordingly. Then take before and after photos of a small area. Choose one part of your home or one room, like your kitchen or counter, and take photo of the small area. Then quickly clean off the items. Just keep them at the proper place. Once you see, it can be, it must be, it will be a better place. So, and one next is get help from a friend. Sometimes you may not be sure how to do this. Have a friend or family member to go through your home and suggest a handful of big items or throw away or give to someone else, those who are in need of them. If you defend the item and want to keep it, your friend has to agree with the reason that yes, you need this, keep it. Otherwise, just discard them. Why to keep it unnecessarily at your home? Then use the 4 box method. What is this? Get 4 boxes and label them trash, giveaway, keep, or relocate. Either any room in your home, enter any room in your home and place each item into the one of the following boxes. If you have 4 boxes, you know whether you want to keep them, whether you want to trash them, want to give them away, or you want to relocate at the proper place. So don't skip single item, list all the items. You will see how decluttering starts from your home. This was about your home, how to declutter. I hope I'm making sense. You must be agreeing with my this topic, these things. Anyway, now let's move to next. That is your workspace. Now workspace has, first is workspace in your office. Everyone has. Then there is second workspace. Sometimes you work from your home too. Then what are the types of clutter at your workspace? These are the types of clutter at your workspace. Unnecessary items on your desk. When you go to your desk, you see this file, this paper, these things are lying unnecessarily and they are not supposed to be on the desk. Keep them at the proper place. Then documents you no longer need or read, they're lying on your desk. Your office reference library may hold a number of, maybe number of books or miscellaneous material items. Keep them at proper place. Then unfinished projects. There may be an accumulated bunch of projects that have been put on your hold. If they won't be picked up anytime soon, then it's best time to just allocate a spot for the unfinished projects. Make yourself unfinished, finished, and under process project, and keep them at the proper place. Then sentimental clutter. What is this? Every employee is entitled to keep some form of motivation at their desk, right? For their own well-being. However, there may be too much that might compromise more desk space than necessary. Allow one item of sentimental value per person to motivate them. Let your employees evaluate their items with the help of organization expert. This is called sentimental clutter. You need to take care of this also. Then there are some potentially useful clutter. Is it so? Yes, it's so. For historical purpose, you may keep past projects, records, or some items, and so on in a proper storage container. Look through them if they are necessary, reference, and if not, it's time to throw them out. If you feel that's useful, proper place. Then stocked clutter. What is this? There are many things everyone in the office needs, like pens, paper, and other supplies. Instead of letting each person keep all these things, a supply station might be a good place. There should be a designated place for supplies, and person should take from there. Not you should keep everything at your desk. It definitely consume your space. Then recreational clutter. Some employees may keep recreational items like board games for everyone to enjoy and unwind after work. These can be relocated to a space designated purely for activities and company engagement, not at your workplace. Then there is some emergency clutter. Everyone has their own form of emergency items like umbrella, you can say, and a spare shoes, or perhaps a designate. And but you should keep these items at a designated place, not just at your workplace. Then the last one is unopened documents and packets. Sometimes documents and packets come in but aren't opened. They are sealed, packed. These may need to be reviewed and discarded after a certain period of time. Just open them if it's necessary. Just take decision what to do. Want to keep it at a proper place, or you have to discard it. Now let's go how to keep your workspace declutter. These are the things. These are the types of clutter at your workspace. So when you want to declutter your office space, workspace, first of all, list all your stuff down. Make a list of them. Make an inventory of everything on a person's desk. This is a good stuff. This is a good start for determining if there are things that may be disposed of or kept for future. Then identify the most important items. Which are the items are frequently used? Prioritize their placement according to their need. Don't keep here and there. And after some time, you may think where I have kept the item, or you have consumed a lot of space on your working desk. Then put things you want to see daily. Allow room for positive energy to flow in relation to the sentimental items on each employee's desk and inspiration for good work. Allow everyone to choose a source of inspiration. So you should keep the things, such things on a daily basis. Then establish an office flow. Create space for where things of same kind go, like an area of supplies, documents, and emergency item. It should be a designated place. Then divide your desk into zones if you have space. You can divide into zones for your most used items. Keep writing instruments in a cup, documents organized into a multi-layered trays. Many of you might have trays on your desk. So you can keep the documents or papers in the trays. And remember to limit what's on the desk to leave room before you close the work. Then next is use organization supplies like boxes of different sizes. Segregate items neatly so it's easier to find things like paper, documents, office supplies, and many more. Sometimes you might feeling that I'm repeating things, but there are some difference. Then hide the wires. See, earlier we used to work on the files, registers, and papers. Now most of us are working on laptops with printers and many other gadgets. So it's but natural that you will have a jumble of wires, power cables, network cable, and many more things, printer cable, something like that. So if you have many gadgets at your desk, it's more likely that you'll have jumbled of wires. Place them nicely. You need to organize to look it well. Otherwise, sometimes what happen, you'll tracing the cable where it's going if something goes wrong. Hide them, tie them with the proper tag, and hide them. The next is organized documents. That's every one of us do, but you need to do in a proper way so that next time when you search for a document, you can find it easily. Then go paperless. It happens, but some of us might be still working on the papers. It's better to go paperless. Keep everything on digital. That will be handy for you to retrieve or find next time. Then next is evaluate the reference of items daily. Look, though your desk before you leave and double check if there are documents or materials you can dispose or bring home. You should make it daily practice before leaving your desk. What are the things lying on your desk? And make a habit to clean before you go. I have seen people cleaning their desk when they arrive in the morning, but make a habit, clean it before you leave for your home. You keep the things at the proper place. When you come in the morning, you'll see it nicely arranged. You don't have to arrange again. So these are the things you can arrange your workspace by this. And next comes here your car. It's a small things, but still I will have included this in our topic because if you look into your car, what are the things? There are many things you need to declutter from your car. Cleaning your cup holders, your glove box, your boot, many things. You see, you might find many papers are lying in the glove box, or many things maybe in your boot that are not required. And sometimes you feel your car is dirty. I have seen people driving their dirty car, dirty car. That's a really, but true. But I don't feel it driving a dirty car. So clean your car regularly. Keep the things at proper place, and you will see you will like your car. Sometimes people, when you sit in someone else's car, you find it's really dirty and so many things littering here and there on the seats, in the glove box, on the dashboard, at many places that need to be properly cleared. It makes you feel better when you drive your car or sit in your car. So this is a small thing, but I have added it in decluttering. Next is very important, your relationship. What are the relationship we have? First is relationship with your spouse, then relationship with your kids, relationship with your parents, relationship with your friends, relationship with your family members, or maybe extended family. So if you have cluttered, you need to get rid of them. First of all, I will talk with relationship with your spouse. What are the signs that your relationship may need some decluttering? Here are those. Sometimes you may feel the relationship is one-sided and you do all the heavy lifting to hold it together. It happens. Then your partner or friend doesn't respect your boundaries. It happens. Then you feel unsupported and unheard most of the time from your partner. Then you are generally uninterested in spending time with your partner or spouse. Anytime you do spend together, feel forced and unfulfilling. If you have time with your partner, you feel you want to get rid of that time. You want to spend your time alone because you are not feeling comfortable with your spouse or partner. It may be a sign of cluttered relationship with your spouse. Then you may feel it in your gut that it's time to move on. You see, the relationship between your spouse or partner is very critical, very important, very critical, and very, very, I will say, important to move ahead in your life for so many things. Suppose you have fight with your partner in the morning, I'm sure your whole day will go like that. It won't be peaceful. You leave your peace of mind whole day. So your relationship with your partner has to be very warm and good one. How we can do that? Let's discuss that. So how to declutter your love relationship? This is especially I'm talking about with partner and spouse. See, these are, let me talk one by one. First, don't forget both of you were brought up in different family. Just a minute. Both your upbringing has been done in a different family. Your spouse has been born and brought up in another family. Entirely different, but now you are living together. You have to respect each other. Definitely. Respect each other's feelings. This I have seen lacking in present generation. You need to respect the thinking and emotions of your partner. Otherwise, you'll have messed up life with your partner. Respect each other's thinking. Both of you have different thinking. Some might be talking something else, another is talking something else. But you need to respect each other's thinking. It may not be in the same way, but if you have respect for each other, your life could be better, will definitely be a better with your spouse. Then give some space to your spouse. It's very important. You need to give some space to your partner and spouse.
Yeah.
If you not,
It is here. It is
thank
here.
you. Thank you. And take out time to discuss the problem areas. Every relationship has the problems. And problems, you have problem, that doesn't mean let it go. You should sit down together and discuss the problem, how you can come out of that problem. Maybe difference of thinking, maybe difference in emotions, maybe different in your type of work. That can be anything, but don't carry that problem further. Sit down together and discuss how you can resolve that. Then find time to spend together. See, nowadays people don't have time for themselves, but for your relationship with your spouse, you have to take out time, spend time together from your busy schedule. And I'm sure nowadays people are very much uh, what I will say, so much busy that they don't find for themselves. So I will ask David for future, I can have one more seminar on the time. People have scarcity of time. So I have written a book. Its name is 25th Hour. I can make a program on that. And what is that 25th? Sorry, I'm going to some different topic, but that's very important when it comes to time. The 25th Hour book is all about time. See, if I talk about myself, none of my work has been postponed due to time. I have completed all the tasks, all the engagements within time. And how I did that, I have put in my book, 25th Hour. So if David will allow me in the future, I can tell you, I can give you tips and techniques that every person, whether he's damn busy, he can find out at least 1 hour without disturbing his schedule. So that may be in the future. And so what I was talking, spend time together. It's must. Next is go on vacation together. Take out time. Take about 3, 4, 5 days, or even 1 week, or even 15 days. Go on vacation. Though it's very critical, or people don't find time from their business or work, they don't get leave, but you have to take time. At least take 1 week time every half yearly or maybe yearly to go on vacation. And leave everything, all the anxiety, all the jobs, all everything, you leave at home. Don't carry it forward to your vacation. Just be both of you. The next is put part away your ego. Ego is one of the worst thing that plays role in your, while it comes to relationship with your spouse or partner. You have to part away your ego. Ego can't be carried forward. You need to respect your partner. You need to give space to your partner. Leave your ego. Not only in this relationship, ego hampers your life everywhere. Part away your ego, both of you. Then remember 3 magical words, and you must exercise these words. What are the 3 magical words? First is, I'm sorry. Whenever you do mistake, even if you don't commit mistake, then also saying a sorry makes most of the job done. Then next, thank you very much. Give credit to your partner. Whenever he or she does something, say thank you. And one of the most magical thing, I love you. After few years of relationship, I can see they don't express their love to each other. You must say I love you whenever you feel. Even if you find time or ways how you can express your love. These 3 magical words are really plays a great role when it comes to have a cordial relationship with your spouse and partner. So this is one of the very important aspect of your life, your relationship, that you need to declutter to have a great relationship with your spouse and partner. Now with the kids, I have seen kids fighting with their parents. No, it's not accepted. If they are fighting with you, your kids are fighting with you, that means problem is in you. Problem is in your upbringing. You haven't taught them right things, good things. You haven't taught them how to respect elders, how to respect relatives, how to respect you. So if it happens, sometimes what happens, kids have their own circle, friend circle, they learn so many things from there. Still, you need to make them understand. And when you have grown-up kids, you need to respect their thinking. You need to give them some liberty. You have to give them some space. You can't keep them bounded always. You can't hold them. So you need to have good relationship with your kids. Same way it comes to parents. See, we are kids of our parents and we have our kids. So it's both way. If we respect our parents, our kids will respect us. That's both way. Then with your friends, you need to have good friends and good relationship with your friends. Never bring money or any other things between your friends. I have seen very fast friendship breaking away due to small silly things between them. But if you have good friends, your life definitely going to be a happier one. Sure, that's sure. Then your extended family members, maybe your siblings or other people in your families, you need to have good relationship with them too. So here I will discuss some tips to have good relationship with these things, means with your kids, parents, friends, and other family members. First of all, stop judging people around you. See, there are two aspects. One is you are looking from outside of a person and they're inside of him. So you cannot just judge by looking outside. If he has behaved in some different manner, or he has told you something, some words, or he might have hurt you by his uh, words or by his acts, don't judge. Just see what is the situation, why he has behaved you like that. Stop judging without knowing the exact thing, and stay away from people that make you simply unhappy. Please, I will say, discard these people, delete these people from your life who makes you unhappy. Don't save their phone, even don't save their phone number in your mobile. Discard them. No need to have around you. Then reduce your relationship with the family members that harm you mentally and emotionally. There might be some people you might be trying very well. You have put on so much effort to have good relationship with your family members, but it might not be that they are reciprocating in the same way. So in that case, if they are hurting you, they are harming you mentally and emotionally, just keep them away. Keep minimum contact with them. Then surround yourself with happy, positive, and energetic people. If you have people like that, positive, happy, and energetic, your life will definitely have a happier too, and you will feel energetic. Then find people in the same mindset and interest. Don't make friendship with everyone. Like this David Douglas Leadership Forum, it's a forum where positive, energetic, and good people are coming over here. Same way in your personal life, if you have friendship, make friendship with a good mindset. They have positive mindset and same interest as you have. Then your togetherness will go long way, and you will benefit in many ways, mentally, emotionally, and so many other ways. Then surround yourself with successful people. Don't surround yourself with failures. They will drain your energy. That's true. Surround yourself with successful people. You learned many things from the successful people. The next is be a good friend. Yes, before having a good friend, you need to be a good friend. You need to be good human. If I am good, I will see good around us. If I'm not good, I will find bad around me. So if you are good, your friends will be definitely good one. If you are bad, your company will be like that only. So this was how to declutter your relationships. Now next comes your financial life, very important aspect of our life. So what does financial life means? See, in the financial aspect, there are so many things. First, your credit report, then your savings, your investments, your loans, your insurance, your bill payments, your retirement plan, and we next we'll discuss about ways to declutter. Okay, let's talk one by one. Credit report. If you are 18 years or above, definitely will have credit report that displays your financial capability, that need to be good one. It reflects how good you are when you take loan and return that back. Then savings, how much money you are keeping in the savings, how you are managing that account. Then investment, when it comes to investment, there are many things. You are keeping the fixed deposits, you are keeping stocks, you may be purchasing mutual funds, you may be investing in forex, you may be taking cryptocurrency, real estate, gold or silver. These are the major things that you make investments. I have seen people making many fixed deposits. Don't make many fixed deposits. Instead, make one fixed deposit so you can track that whenever you want. Stocks. If you don't have proper knowledge, I will suggest don't go for stocks. I have seen people, many people losing money from stocks just by seeing other people. They have earned this much, they have earned this much. I will also jump into this. I will earn the money. But things go wrong if you don't have proper knowledge. And mutual funds, forex, same way, everything, all these investment parts. If you want to invest on these aspects, first take a proper knowledge. Don't invest simply in these things by seeing others. Otherwise, you'll lose money. You'll have a cluttered financial investment. Next is loans. If you have loan, I will suggest make a proper timeline and get rid of your loan as early as possible. Life of loan means you are paying extra money to the banks or to the borrower, to the organization in terms of interest. So don't pay extra money. Paying extra money means you are discarding extra money from your pocket. If you have loan, make a good plan to get rid of that. Then insurance. Still, I can see there are many people who don't believe in the insurance. When it comes to insurance, they will have the insurance of their car because the cop is waiting for them. We don't have insurance. Okay, here's the penalty. But when it comes to self-insurance, let maybe term plan or health insurance or life insurance, people are ignoring this. It's important to have an insurance. Then bill payments. How many of you miss the bill payments in time? Many of us miss. If you are not missing, that's very good. But missed bill payments is a sign of cluttered financial life. Then retirement plan. How many of you made a retirement plan after a certain age? See, earlier, before I will say 40 years back or 50 years back, what used to happen? Because kids, children, they used to take care of their parents. But now things have changed. Kids don't take care of their parents, and you should not expect this also. If your kids are taking care of you in your old age, that is your bonus, that's your luck. But don't, I will say, this is my personal thinking, don't expect it from your kids. So you must make a good retirement plan. What in terms of financial aspect, how much saving you should have, how much money, how your expenses will be met in the later life, how your medical bills will be paid. This you need to plan at this time if you haven't planned so far. So these are the things. If you haven't thought about this properly, it might be cluttering your financial life. On how you can declutter your financial life, here is let's go one by one. First, review your budget monthly. See your budget, where you are spending. Try to make a count of that, on which item you are spending how much. Likewise, not only monthly, make a plan for your monthly, even annual and long-term budget for maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years. If you make the budget, it will come in your mind. You will act accordingly. Otherwise, what will happen? You'll end up spending money on the wrong things that are not required. So you must review and make budget periodically. Then create a debt payment plan. As I said earlier, if you have debt, make a plan how you can get it off as quickly as possible. Then combine your insurance policies. Don't keep many policies, small policies. Sometimes what happens, your friend comes, he is working in the insurance company, he will oblige you, oblige you, or he will ask you, okay, take an insurance policy. You already have insurance policies, but just to oblige your friend, you are taking another insurance policy. Don't take small policies. Keep, just first of all, make yourself aware about the insurance, how it works. There are different types of insurance. If you know very well, then only you purchase insurance as per your need, not to oblige your friend. Then consolidate your retirement accounts. The same retirement plan I already talked to you. You need to have consolidation of your retirement accounts. Then automate regular bill payments. I have seen people have 5, 10, 15 credit cards. Or then you have your house bills, electricity bill, water bill, or many other bills. And people tends to forget timeline when they have to pay. And many times they end up that the deadline is over and you are making extra payment. So you need to try to regularize it. It will be better. You can automate regular bill payments through your account, through your credit cards. That will save your time and save your money. Then next is invest wisely. As I said earlier, one of the, I will say, you golden rule for investment: don't ever invest on the item you are not knowing. If you are aware of, if you are fully aware, not aware, I will say, if you are fully aware, then only you invest on those things. Otherwise, don't invest. Otherwise, what happen? You will end up losing your money. If you ever want to invest, first gain the knowledge about that things. Many I have seen many people around me. Okay, this is the thing. You just make invest, you will get so much return, this much return, and so many things, so many promises. But what happens after some time? Your money is gone. So invest wisely on the things that you know better. If you don't know, be aware about that. Then only invest. Then plan your retirement well in advance. That I'll talk, just repeating. Then find out multiple sources of income. See, if you depend on one source of income, you are very close to what you'll say poverty. World has seen this pandemic. Those who has only one single source of income, many of us lost their job, closed their business, their income was zero or reduced income. So you must have multiple sources of income. If you don't have, you need to find ways how you can have multiple sources of income. That is must, and is always must. So these are the things you can organize your financial life. Next comes digital life. Very important in present days. How it is important? Let's discuss. Okay. Digital life. What are the digital life? It's your desktop or laptop, then your tablet and phone, then your emails, and your. We'll discuss how to declutter desktop and laptop. How many of you have your desktop full of files, icons, and apps? I have seen their whole many people have whole desktop cluttered with so many apps, so many files. If you want to find a file, you won't be able to find. Same way, if you find a phone, tablet, there are so many apps that they don't even need. Emails. Just check your email box. See how many unread mails are there. I'm sure many of you will have unread mail, and that too maybe 6 months back or 1 year back or even 2 years, 3 years back. Your mailbox should be neat and clean. So how you can declutter this? There are many ways. First of all, I will say unsubscribe from everything you never read. If you are getting mails that you don't need, you have subscribed somewhere, but you are not reading that material, unsubscribe and leave it. Otherwise, it will consume your time and energy and also space. Then clear out your inbox in a smart way. What is a smart way? See, your email box come with inbox, sent, draft, trash, like that. You can segregate the topics. You can make further folders. I'm sure many of you might be doing already. You can make the folder for topic wise, and suppose you are getting the email bank statement every month. You can make a folder of bank statement and move that mail into that folder, so that whenever you need in the future, just click on that folder. You'll get at a glance. You'll have all the mails related to that bank. Same way, if you are you have the communication with one organization, one company, you can make the folder of that. So you don't have to search. You don't have to go back. You don't have to scroll back to find any mail. Just click on the folder. You'll get all the mails instantly. So you need to make your inbox a smart way, so that you don't have to take much time while finding any step, any material, any mail from your mailbox. Then clean up your desktop. Let me show you my desktop. How is my desktop? Uh, uh, my desktop has.
Dr. Rajendra, sorry to
Yeah.
cut you, but you'd have to be rounding up for us due to time. It's been an
All
hour.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Okay. So you need to clean up your desktop. Then next, uninstall any software you don't need from your laptop. You might have many programs that you don't need. Wrap up, uninstall them. Then uninstall unused apps from your phone and tablet that you don't need. Then that doesn't serve you. You might have so many files on your laptop or phone or desktop. Delete them. Then disable non-essential startup programs that slows down your system. Then turn off non-essential notification on your smartphone that consumes your time and attention. Then check what your mobile devices apps are doing in the background. You need to find that. Clean up your web browser. It slows down your system. Then sort your files and folders. You need to organize your system neatly. Then don't put up with your poor Wi-Fi. It also consumes a lot of time. Mailbox I talked about, and take backup of your files and folders, and maybe you can use cloud storage. This is how you can declutter your digital life. Now moving to next, I will go faster now. The social media. See, nowadays social media is everywhere. You need to check up how many social media platforms you are using. Minimize them, otherwise you will consume a lot of time and space in your phone and laptop. Notification settings. If you want to clear your you want to save time, shut down the notification. Don't make them. Then mute, block, unfollow, and unfriend. There are so many social media platforms where you either follow or make friend. Unnecessarily friends and things, unfollow, mute, or block simply. Then clean up your social media profiles. Don't clutter your profile. Keep it clean. Then unsubscribe that you don't need. By this, you can clean your social media. Few very important things are leaving, but I will still go fast. Your schedules. Don't clutter your schedule. Acknowledge the fact that you can't do anything, everything at a time. So you must schedule your things proper way. And things that you don't do or you can't do, just delegate to save your time. Then determine your priorities. Clarify what's the most important to you and work on those. Don't go everywhere. Then audit your time. You need to audit your time, where you are spending time. Don't spend time unnecessarily on things that are not important for you. Determine what you have to do to live up for those things. Then next is create boundaries with no list. Don't say everything someone asks for you. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Learn to say no. Then find what motivates you. Don't go with the unmotivated things. Then all recurring commitments. You need to see what are the recurring commitments. You have to automate them or find the ways how you can do in a proper way. Then next comes your commitments and responsibilities. Identify your commitments. Then set aside 30 minutes to write out a list of commitments and responsibilities. Don't ever clutter your commitments and responsibilities. Identify your values. Be selective with your commitments. Don't don't try to fulfillment everything. You are not a Superman. We are just human. Then identify what to let go. Don't hold everything with you. And next, evaluate priorities. That's everywhere, always, and take commitment fast. Sometimes you need to make fasting. Don't take any commitments. No commitments, no work. Feel free. The next is your habits. Very important. You need to form good habits. What are those good habits? Exercise. Learn to exercise. Meditate. Make a to-do list. Then turn off the television. Don't always watch TV programs which are not fulfilling yourself. Then practice gratitude. Reset your kitchen at night. For this, mainly people who are working in the kitchen. Then eat dinner together. Take baby steps to form new good habits. These are the things, and stay consistent. You need to make good habits. Don't jumble up all your habits. Be consistent and try to do all these. Try to follow and form and follow these habits. Next comes your beliefs. Identify your limiting beliefs. There are some beliefs that are limiting you to progress in your life. What are those? I'm not good enough. I'm too old, too young. I'm too old or too young. I don't have enough time. I'm not smart enough, or I don't have enough experience. Same way, you can read this. I will never be successful. I don't have enough money. I will never be one of the best. I will not be talented enough, or I will never be a great leader. These are the limiting beliefs, and it also clutters. This is the cluttering of your beliefs. How you can declutter it? You can delete your limiting beliefs by identifying your beliefs on the paper. Then assess the accuracy, how accurate you can do. Use positive affirmations and don't give up. Never give up unless you accomplish that, and believe in yourself. If you follow these things, you
Evans.
can declutter your limiting beliefs. And moving to next, is your emotions. Know your clutter. What are your emotional clutters? Picture how you want your life to look. Then write out write out what your life currently looks like. Then list the things that are limiting you, that I covered in the previous one. Tell yourself a new empowering story. Then be open to professional help. Don't hesitate to take help from professional, and do the work daily by focusing on more constructive emotions. Then further, make time to unwind and recharge mentally and emotionally. Then reduce digital noise. There is so much digital noise all around. You need to reduce that, and be decisive and move on. This is how you can declutter your emotions. And the last one is your thoughts. Take When you have cluttered thoughts in your mind, how you can declutter? Just pay close attention. Take deep breath and exercise. If you do exercise and yoga, you can declutter your thoughts. Then transfer your thoughts on the paper. Write it down. When you have so many thoughts in your mind, write it down. Then make a journal of your thoughts. Then identify what is not essential. Just eliminate them. Then get in touch with the nature. Just walk in the nature. You will feel better. Then have good sleep. Nice sleep definitely bring you out of cluttering from your thoughts. Then practice mindfulness. You can meditate when you have cluttered thoughts. Then reduce multitasking. Single work, single task at a time. Then practice being decisive and challenge negatively. Take a break from work and find time for yourself when you have cluttered thoughts. So these are the areas, these are the things I discussed you. And finally, I will say cluttering your life, too much clutter in various areas of your life can have a tremendous negative impact on your life in the form of poor health, anxiety, sleep disturbance, a feeling of being overwhelmed, broken relationship, financial crisis, and many more other things. And you must come out of this messed up condition in order to have a better life. So that's all from this. This was from my side. Now over to host. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajendra. That was really educative. I'm going to open the floor for questions right now. And if you do have a question, kindly indicate with a hand signal on the Zoom app, and I will definitely call you up. And let's also not forget, when somebody is on the floor, let's do well to mute our microphone so we do not have interferences. I think through everything, the only question in my mind is half of the time, or most of the time, people come to a place where they try to declutter different aspects of their life. And then you do it, you go back to cluttering, you come back to declutter. It's like a cycle or something that happens. What would you say should be the key to keeping somebody on their toes when it comes to decluttering? Because, I mean, once you declutter, there's definitely going to be the chance or the case where you always end up cluttering a certain aspect of your life. But what should be the key that keeps you on your toes so that you always declutter? You don't have to wait till you've accumulated a whole mess before you come back to declutter.
All right, very good question. See, if you follow the practice of decluttering, you make a practice of decluttering all around, you won't feel much of cluttered in the future, and you will have a habit of doing the things right away. If you have picked up something, suppose you have picked up a microphone, something, any item, next time when you are going to keep it, you are going to keep it at the right place. So you will end up with less cluttering in the future if you follow the practice of continuous decluttering. And this is a continuous process. Though it's a continuous, by this continuous process, in the future you will have less cluttering, that's for sure.
Thank you so much. Okay. Well, I think we have quite some comments in the chat section. People are saying it was really good information as it helps them cover every aspect of their life. We also have Leslie Seppi saying it's a very informative presentation, and David does agree. I also agree. Claudette, Madame Claudette Harris, Mrs. Claudette Harris says it's a very good information. It covers every aspect. So please, I'm making the floor open for questions. If you do have any question, kindly indicate. Okay, our sister Sandy has a question. Sandy, kindly shoot with your question.
You are muted. You can unmute, kindly, Sandy.
Sandy, you're muted.
I got it. Thank you. First of all, Dr. Rajendra, this was a very, very good presentation. Definitely hit on some points. I guess I had more of a contribution when you mentioned about procrastination as being one of the things that could actually lead to your life being decluttered. And so I just wanted to comment on that, because to me, it does lead into that area that can actually cause you to affect your life in areas that you mentioned, such as the physical, mental, emotional, digital, and the financial aspects of your life being cluttered. I think it all comes down to having a balance in your life, a home, work, and a life balance. If you're able to get everything in line with that, and also with self-care and reevaluating those commitments, that you have made with people, and then also like reprioritizing your life some things that may have been more important in your life a year ago, are they really that important right now? Should you really be holding on to that? Or is it time to kind of let that go to open up for other areas? So that really stuck with me when you said that, because it kind of leads to a domino effect in your life. Because if you procrastinate, then you're not able to really move on to those other things. Again, you mentioned avoidance and decisiveness, and to me, and perfectionism all leads to that. So thank you. There was some great information, and it's always good to hear you. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Okay, the floor is still open for questions. If you do have a question, please do indicate with a hand sign on the Zoom app. Question or contribution?
Yes, question or contribution. Both are welcome.
I have one.
Yes, please.
Okay. So now I do have a question for you. So I know we all kind of push ourselves. Some people push themselves to live a life of excellence, to live their life, to do everything, proper and in order, which could lead to perfectionism, which is something that you spoke on. So when you live in a life of being a life of excellence, that is kind of, perfectionism. So how do you balance that out? If you're going for excellence, but you don't really want to be a perfectionist, which will lead to some of the things you mentioned about decluttering your life.
Okay. What I do, I make the priority for the things. We have to prioritize the things. And if you prioritize the things, you can make the balance of this. Definitely. If you don't make priorities, you'll end up doing things that are not really important in our life. So once you prioritize in every aspect, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your work, whether it's your personal things, you can definitely balance your life. That's for sure. And if you look at backside, this one, you can transform your life. You can see my book. Here I have talked. I will definitely would share this book with all of you very soon. I have talked how we can balance our life on the various aspects. I have talked about 14 things, like our health, our education, our relationships, our self-love, then our career. Like that, there are 14 things, and how we can balance everything and progress each areas that I have talked in this book. And I will try to give all of you this book in digital form at least, so that you can really transform your life. And if you need any help, I'm sure I'm always open for you. So this book is going to help you how to balance your life in all aspects.
Great. Thank you once again, Dr. Rajendra.
Welcome.
The floor is still open for questions. Okay, I'm closing the window for questions right now. We're moving on to take the announcement and sponsorship. And I want to call upon the Fori Benedicta McAfee, who is the PRO for the David Douglas Leadership Forum UPSA chapter, to give us the announcements and sponsorships. Thank you so much, Dr. Rajendra. We're hoping to be able to pick up some other time.
Okay, all right, sure.
Thank you, Epi. Good evening to you all. Announcements. David Douglas Leadership Forum is a constellation of leadership experts in partnership with John C. Maxwell Certified Team members, Thunderbird School of Global Management, a unit of Arizona State University, Survivors Journey to Peace, VJ Alston Coaching and Consulting LLC, and other international organizations to help develop young men and women through mentorship and coaching. The organization serves young men and women between the ages of 15 to 35 years in churches, schools, orphanages, and communities. Developing these leaders begins with conscientizing them as leaders, helping them identify their talents, which leads to self-awareness, as well as inculcate practical leadership skills that will enable them to meet the challenges of the 21st century. In addition, it also provides them with avenues for one-on-one interactions with seasoned leadership experts from our partners and other leadership trainers. Among others, DDLF aim at providing business and entrepreneurial development courses, career coaching, individual mentoring, and master operationalization techniques, as well as corporate management consulting and training. Yeah. So next week, our speaker for next week is Mrs. Claudette Anderson Harris, and a little profile about him. Her main focus is the heartbeat of any organization. With over 35 years customer service experience at various levels, she knows firsthand that ordinary just won't do. Claudette realized early in her career that one must go above and beyond the normal call of duty, providing exceptional stellar service in order to stand out in any industry among the competition. As a Six Sigma certified yellow belt, she is able to not only empathize with the customer and end user, but she works diligently to train and develop others to provide extraordinary customer service. She is currently serving as a John C. Maxwell Team certified coach, speaker, and trainer. So our speaker for next week is Mrs. Claudette Harris Anderson. And you all know we cannot do this without sponsorship. And so anything at all is allowed. In cash is allowed. So I'm going to put out our founder's number so that anything at all can be sent through his Momo. So his number is +233 20919 4766. Again, +233 20919 4766. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be moving on to take our vote of thanks. And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's made time to be here with us. Despite the time that went over, we're really grateful that you guys always keep coming every Sunday. I mean, I missed your busy schedules. I missed sometimes not being home, all the things. You always make time to come, and it means a lot to us. I mean, thank each and every one of you for being here. I don't want to mention names and then leave some out, but I just want to say thank you. And thank you so much to Dr. Rajendra Maurya for today. We really learned a lot. Please, let's do all to make a time next week as well, so that we'll be able to learn more and then improve ourselves. Finally, we're going on to we'll take our closing prayer, and to do this for us, we have none other than Dr. John T. Mensah. He happens to be the president of the Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists, Accra. Doctor, please, if you're here, kindly carry on. Dr. T. Mensah, I want to find out if you're here. I think he may not be around. David? Okay, I've seen John on it, but I don't know if he's the same person. Well, can I please ask Anita to take care of the closing prayer for us? I think Anita is also... Sandy, can you please take the closing prayer for us? Sandy, you're muted, please.
Thank you. Let's pray. Father God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this opportunity. We want to thank you for the speaker. Thank you for allowing us to get some valuable information on how to declutter our lives. Father God, I pray that we all who have heard this, that we go out and we use these tools in order to declutter our lives so that we can be useful to you and your kingdom. Father God, we thank you for David Douglas. We thank you for his vision. We thank you for using him in such a way to advance your kingdom through the youth in this country, well, across the globe. And we thank everyone who came today. And Father God, I pray that we go out this week, that you will cover us and that you will keep us, and that we all make it back next week, Father God, to hear some amazing things that can help us in our walk with you. So we give you all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Sandy. Well, this is where we draw the curtain on today's show. Please, let's do all to make ourselves available next week, God willing. We get to learn more and improve ourselves. And please don't forget to share the flyers. And if you're not on the WhatsApp group, please indicate in the chat so that you can be added to the WhatsApp group. Let's also